Here it is. We're back to PSO2. I did my homework. This is where we last left off, a resonance-induced headache, so we're gonna start with that story mode here. By the way, today's plan is to discuss a little bit about how to get more experience points. It's obviously I don't want that to hinder, I don't want that tutorial to kind of like hinder our process of playing the game too much. So I'm only gonna go talk about bits of it, and then kind of continue that tutorial for the rest of for the future live streams as well. Kind of have like two different parts to it. If I do it correctly, we should only be revisiting one level. Then everything will work out well from there. Anyways, a resonance-induced headache. Wait, what? That was the shortest cutscene ever.
Nanda, Onushika. 何か見せようとでも言うのか? わしの情熱を呼び覚ますような。無駄だ、無駄。冷め切ったわしの情熱は、そんじょそこらの武器では。なんだこれは。無駄しかないようなフォルムで、その実すべてが噛み合っている。この形状、どうやっていや、それよりもこれだけのものをどうやって錬成したというのだ。おい、お主、これをどこで？氷の中じゃと？そんな、しかしこれは。はい、悩むより行動じゃ。
Oh, interesting. He doesn't actually say I can't worry about the details, but I do like that extra flavor text because it makes the sentence flow. The rest of it is pretty much what he said exactly.
お主、この壊れた武器の一部を貸してはくれまいか。わしなら修復できるやもしれん。心配せんでも見返りを要求したりはせん。むしろ逆じゃ。ただでとも言わん。必要ならお主のために武器も作ろう。武器の一部、それも破損状態。だのにこれほどの魅力を醸し出すその真の姿、見てみたい。わしの中でくすぶり消えかかっていた情熱が再び燃え上がってきたのだ。楽しみだぞ。
Oh, thank you, localization. So, a funny perk in the Japanese lines is that they just repeat the same line twice, over and over again. So, what he said there is, this will be fun. This will be fun. And I'm like, that doesn't quite flow in English. So, thank you for changing that to, I cannot wait. This will be fun. It's much more pleasant to read than this will be fun twice.
お前さんの真の姿は一体どんなものなのか。ワクワクが止まらぬ。
So funny irony here. In the global version of PSO2, Zig does not make you weapons. He makes you weapon camos. And there's a history behind that. Long story short, the way that you grind weapons in the current PSO, the global PSO2, was not the original way you used to grind weapons. So it used to be that Zig actually built weapons for you in the Japanese server. And to be fair, I think you can still buy, if you go to the Japanese version of PSO2, you can still buy the weapons. But they took that out in the global version because the weapons that he sold were consistently worse than what the current game offers you. So he just became outdated when PSO2 Global was released, which is kind of like a funny thing. The only thing he's good at is making your weapons look nice, and that's it.
新たなマターボードが生まれた。あなたのたどり着くべき道筋にあなたがたどり着いたからこそ成し得た事実。あなたは多くを見るだろう。この後もこの先もこの前にも。だがそこから目をそらしてはならない。事実へと通行し解へと至る。それはあなたにのみ許されることである。
Oh, interesting. No, that is something only you're allowed to do. So is perfectly fine as a translation. If I thought that was super duper rough one that I would have initially went with before probably revising it to that would have been something like, that is the only thing that you'll be forgiven to do. Well, yurusu stands for to forgive, which is actually a very important concept in the Japanese culture about forgiveness. So that's the reason why that's what I suspect is the reason why the localization changed it to this is something you're only allowed to do. It gets the same point across, culturally speaking. It's just that forgiveness is just something that's far more important in the Japanese culture. And so the emphasis on that to, you're only allowed to do this seems to be reflected here.
この場において私は信じてほしいとそれしか言えない。それ以外に意味はないのだから。
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Classic Japanese to English language perk. She starts off the sentence with, I ask for your faith, and then kind of goes on a long tangent about how anything that she says has no meaning whatsoever. But no, this gets the point across. Just reversing the order of that is perfectly fine, in my opinion. It's something that I think I've said in the first episode, like, it's something that a lot of localization, including when I do very, very rarely fan translations as well. It's a technique you end up doing a lot because of the Japanese sentence structure is just very different. Alright, that was chapter 4. The broken cosmogenic arm. That's kind of interesting. Ah yes, the second fragment. And one step forward! Oh gosh, I should have not worn that armor, it's really distracting.
こっちの進捗はまだまだって感じです。ほら、あそこ。顔は出してくれるようになりましたけど、 この距離はまだ崩れませんね。かといって無理に近づいて怖がらせてしまうのも嫌ですし。面目ないです。これ以上私から動けないんですよね。嫌われるの怖くて。あのあんまり近づくとその子たちが逃げちゃいますって。あれ、逃げないの？
Oh, interesting. No, small nitpick. She said they're not running away, but same thing.
なんだ、そうか、そうだったんだ。怖がってたのはこの子たちじゃなくて私の方だったんですね。
I regret wearing the armor that I did. Yeah, no, this is a really condensed version of what she said, which is good, because it was really repetitive. Well, what do you know, summarizes her going like, oh, I see. Like, thank you. You just condensed it to just one sentence. Thank you, localization team.
私やっと気づけました。ありがとうございます。こんにちは。今日は探索の途中ですか？私はまあこうして近寄ったり触れ合ったりぐらいはできるようになったのですが。うん、そう。この人と私は仲間だよ。分かってくれてるのかな。わかる？仲間、友達。
So if you're curious, she says two words, nakama and tomodachi. Nakama is... Oh, how should I say? Nakama is more like an in-group. And then tomodachi is very directly friends. So, but yeah, she just used two words in there. And they obviously updated that to just her spelling out each single word in a sentence. Which makes more sense in Japanese, because Japanese letters are actually syllables rather than letters, if we were to pronounce it that way. If you're ever curious why it seems like a lot of Japanese language almost always ends with a vowel, that's the reason. The grand majority of the words, the grand majority of the letters in the Japanese language ends with an actual vowel sound. So, like, that's just the way the language is formed, and it makes sense to kind of space it out from a letter-by-letter standpoint. That obviously does not work in English when you're trying to speak it, so that's the reason why that's different.
とまあ肝心の言葉はこの通り、私の理解が追いついてない感じです。この子たち同士は声で交流していますし、意思疎通は可能だと思うのですけど。私とこの人？そう、友達。ってあれ、語数は同じ？もしかして発生期間が私たちと違うだけで。
地球にて超巨大反応の発生予兆を確認。現在作戦準備中です。
Yeah, I like Furry a lot. There's a clear attempt for her to understand the Lilipa culture, or language at the very least.
その足音は。あ、きちんと挨拶できず申し訳ありません。
Okay, I'm a little disappointed by this. Oh, please forgive me for speaking so bluntly. She says, "Oh, sorry, I have not. It's not so much introduced herself. I have not greeted you properly. Yeah, something to that effect. So this doesn't feel. This sentence just doesn't feel right to me."
少し怪我をしただけです。放っておいてください。優しくしないでください。私にそんな資格はないんです。10年前のあの時に全部なくなってしまった。ゲッテムハルト様が笑ってくれるまで。いえ、あの人がもう一度誰かを信じられるようになるまで私は。
シーラ！てめえ何くだらねえことをベラベラと喋ってやがる。
No, that's not bad. You know, for those who are paying close attention to what Getemhouse was talking about in the Japanese version, yeah, he's asking a question. His question is more like, what kind of stupid thing are you talking about? But close your mouth unless you want to fly land down is perfectly fine. It gets the same point across. Because context-wise, he's angry.
Getemハルト様。
口を動かす余裕があるならさっさとその体を動かせ。
I love this line. This is actually really good localization in my opinion. His actual line is comparably more boring. It's just like, if you have energy to speak, then come on, let's get a move on, or something to that effect. But like, this is a really, really good line.
てめえも余計な詮索するんじゃねえぞ。未熟なままで食われたくなかったらな。
申し訳ありませんでした。
That's a really interesting contrast. I love how Getemholt is localized. They added a lot more character to his line that really, really rubs you the wrong way. You know, because he's written to be an evil character. Let's face it, he's a very abusive character. But Melville needs, I feel like, a little more work.
こんにちは。やけに元気って？まあ、私はいつも元気有り余ってるからね。
Oh, I'm like, why? She said like 4 sentences there. Why are there only 3 sentences? Okay, well, hey, sup is just all condensed to, hey, it's something to the effect of, hey, nice to see you again, something to that effect. So that kind of splits to 2 sentences, and they just summarize it to just, hey, sup. So, okay, that makes sense.
やる気が空回りとかよく言われてたけど、やる気がないより幾分かマシだと思うんだ。いやさ、アークスやってる私の友達全然やる気なくてね、ほんと見ててかわいそうなぐらい。
Oh. I think it's fine. It's more of a nitpick. It's more of a nitpick. The line I feel bad for him really is I feel closer to he's so unmotivated. You start feeling bad for him. So it's a nitpick, but that's kind of a weird. That's kind of a weird thing. I'm not sure I feel great about.
可能なら変わってあげたいけど、そういうわけにもいかないし。
Yeah, this line is fine in comparison.
だから私にできることといえば、アークス関連の職員になってバックアップしてあげることぐらい。
Oh, they summarized that line. No, I like this better.
それになるための審査もこれまたアークスに負けず劣らず高い壁なんだけどね。
Well, she talks about how there's a wall that's a very tall one. So this line is more or less fine. But I feel like maybe you could have added a word or two, especially I mentioned wall. That would have helped a little bit because that metaphor works in English just as well as it does in Japanese.
まあやると決めたからには頑張るよ。やる気は才能を凌駕するってところ見せてやりたいからね。
Most of her lines are perfectly fine, honestly. I'm nitpicking a lot. Oh, and speaking of friend.
こんにちは。よくお会いしますね。あなたはどうしてアークスに？あ、いえ、文句とかではなくて、ただ単純に興味があるだけで。僕の知り合い、アークスになれなかったんです。適性がないそうで。いつもアークスになるって言っていたんですけど、才能がないって。僕がアークスになっちゃって彼女がなれないって理不尽ですよ。可能なら僕の適性を上げたいけどそんなことできないし、なんで僕なんでしょう。僕じゃなくて彼女の方がよっぽどアークスに向いているのに。
Those lines were spot on. I think there's nothing wrong with them.
ああ、お主か。ちょうどいいところに来てくれた。先日預かったあの壊れた武器だが、調べてみるとあれでもまだ一部分のようなのだ。つまり同じような破損武器がどこかにあるはず。おそらくはあと2個じゃな。
Lord knows how he can figure this out, but okay.
修復系を予測して代用品での修繕も可能だとは思うんじゃが、あの武器の輝きが消えてしまいそうでの。そこで折り入っての頼みがある。残り2個の破損部分を見つけたら持ってきてはくれまいか。よろしく頼むぞ。
Oh, that's some interesting flavor text they added there. He basically says, please do this for me, or I appreciate you helping me out. probably I appreciate you helping me out is the line I would have went with. But they flavor text that to say, I know it's a long shot, but it never hurts to ask, right? I like that. It works better with his character, especially given his current standpoint right now, which is like, oh, I really want to get this done. So it's consistent. It gets the same point across, and it's consistent and well-informing of his personality and character at this current standpoint. So I like this line. Oh, interesting. Okay. Where is it is more like what Persona actually said, but whatever. Where?
お、相棒どうしたよこんなところで。探し物？なんだよ水くせえな。そういうのは俺も誘えって。俺だって人探し中だから探し物は得意なんだぜ。まあまだ見つかってないけど。よーし、ここで会ったのも縁だろ。俺も手伝うぜ相棒。で何を探すんだ？壊れた武器？そんなのそこらにゴロゴロあるだろう。なんか特別なのがあるのか？
Oh, interesting. That's a slight change in line. It's not. It's nitpick. Where the line he says they're everywhere. Oh, is this one special? It's closer to like, oh gosh, there's so many around here. Which is where the taker pick, they're everywhere, which gets the same point across. So that's fine. But the part where he says, "Oh, this one is special," is slightly different. He says something to the effect of, "Oh, I see." So we're talking about one that he says something to the effect of like, "Wait, so this is a special kind of thing," or something to that effect. So it was like a weird question, where he's like, "Oh, wait, maybe I'm not getting the right impression." Gets the same point across, but it's slightly different, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
まあいいや。見つけりゃわかるだろう。物を探すときはごちゃごちゃ考えず体を動かすのが重要なんだぜ。
Yeah, that's pretty well summarized what he actually says. He actually kind of continues his skepticism of whether this thing is actually special or not, given that there's so many weapons lying around. So his Maia is like, whatever. So it's kind of a weird different characterization, but honestly, it's a nitpick at this point because I don't think it's really that important from a story perspective. So, whatever.
さあ、行こうぜ相棒。ここ気候種が多いみたいだし。さっさと用事済ませちまおうぜ。
Yeah, that's solid. That line's solid.
緊急作戦発令。地球にて発生した超巨大反応に対し撃退作戦を開始します。アークス各員はクエストカウンターより任務への参加をお願いします。
I think I'm gonna go for one more cutscene, and then hidden beneath the sand is something we'll cover on the next stream, and then we'll move right on to actually questing.
Oh, どうした相棒。なんだそりゃ。模様。いや、なんかの文字か？なんだろなこれ。なんか規則性あるように見えるけど。
あれ？ そこにいるのはもしかして、それにアフィンさんでしたっけ？奇遇ですね。何かお困りのようですけど、どうかしましたか？
あんたはこの前のフーリエさんだったっけ？
はい、そうです。こんなところでお会いするなんて思いませんでした。あ、これ象形文字ですか？この子たちが遊びで描く絵に似ていますが、もしかしてあなたたちこれ読めるの？こっちだって言っていますね。何かあるんでしょうか？あ、待ってください。私も行きます。行くから。
ああ、行っちゃった。振り回されてんな、あの人。しかしどうするよ、相棒。このまままっすぐ進んでみるか？あの狭いところにはさすがに。あんた何やってんだよ、おい。
葉っぱです。
Well, she answers pretty bluntly with explosions. But whatever. This is fine.
そうじゃねえよ。んなの見りゃわかるっての。なんでんなことしてるんだって聞いてるんだよ。
だってこうしないと通れないじゃないですか。ほら、もう通れますよ、ここ。あ、いました。待ってよ。
なんていうか活動的だな。どうする？ついていってみるか？判断は任せる。俺疲れた。
Yeah, that's extra flavor text, but I think it's fine. He says, I'm too exhausted. He doesn't actually say to make any decisions. He just says flat out, I'm too exhausted. Alright, and I think that does it. It's going to be on a delay, but Chris, feel free to swap your audio to Discord, because we will be playing normally from here. And note to self, note to also Chris as well, remind me this quest, which is big and red and is under Chapter 5, hidden beneath the sands is where we're going to be starting off next time, which is exciting because that means we got a boss to fight again. It is 7:04. Sweet.
Hello.
Hey, Chris. And I see Tess. Hi, Aria. See if I can send a whisper. This kind of hard. Super duper, really duper quick. I did a lot of grinding. You might notice that now my wand has changed to a frying pan as an example. So there's that. We should add Arya to... Arya, by the way, is our good friend Tess. Make sure that we add her.
Hey, Tess.
Hello.
To the party. Thank you for joining us. Right on time. Super duper briefly going through a quick tutorial here. Daily order officers. So when you go through the quests, you might notice that there's a bar that says daily boost. And this is what I've been grinding for so far. Right now it says 25%. And I'll go over what that number means. But if you want to increase that number, and it's a good number to increase, every time you go to your daily order, there are 3 quests, all of them listed on the top. that has a little arrow key showing up on the right of each of those quests. And so those accepting and completing those orders will increase your daily boost by 5%. So we're going to actually watch that. I've got the good news. Nice job. See, daily boost raised by 5% on the bottom right there. So we just kind of repeat that over and over again. Oh, and then there's a random daily quest that I accepted. Consistently, all those quests, origin quest. So you might notice that there's an entry called recommended quest here, and then the first one, the runes exploration. Every time that daily order shows up, the first recommended quest, you can complete all 3 of those on that first item. So for a lot of people, the way they start off the game is by they go through the main quest, the recommended quest, they deliberately choose the first exploration one, and the next dialogue that shows up includes all the quests that you can take in that area, and that will almost always show the first 3 daily orders that allows you to boost the daily order stuff. So in this case, I'm gonna hop ahead and do what we usually do, which is start a subquest. And we'll be starting a subquest on the abandoned mines with the Automata survey. You're part of my party, yes?
I don't... Did it carry over from last time, or do we need to set it up again?
We need to set it up again all the time, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well,
let me look into
let
that.
me invite your party. Try that.
You received an invitation. Yes. Join
Alright,
party.
sweet.
Alright. Looks like I did.
We did it.
Yay.
Yay! And that will, yeah, okay, there we go, good. It limited us to normal. I'm going to make conditions joining our party to alliance members only. And say okay. Okay, because this one, alright, that makes sense. So it generated a new dungeon, and we're ready to head out.
Cool.
So, right. Welcome, Tess. This is
Hello.
probably your second quest, I take it, you're going to be taking on. The first quest being the tutorial.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to play since we kind of went over it yesterday.
Right.
And it was earlier in the week when I literally first created my account, so yeah.
Well, this is going to be fun. As you can
Okay.
see, Tess is going to be playing it as a summoner. If you can wait just a tiny bit, I usually
Okay.
like to go for grabbing Shift to Drink. Shift to Drink, as the name name will not imply because you need to know the in-game lore. I like it. It increases your attack power, so whatever is a maximum you can choose that doesn't have a red triangle next to it is the one I usually choose.
Well, it looks like it costs a currency that I do not have right now.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine. You'll get it very quickly. Let's see, what else comes to mind? Real quick, this is the shop, so if you want to get some consumables, which he said you don't have the currency quite yet, that'll be a good place to grab them. And let's invite... So, this is a really silly thing I can do. Thank you for creating an AI. I can invite the AI version of you for reasons I do not understand, but yeah, you can see that I'm going through this specific dialogue right here. You can invite characters this way. And there's actually a legitimately good reason why you want to do that. You can get a currency called Fun Points. If you're going through the tabs, one of them is Allies, which is going to be, all the NPCs that you've encountered so far through story mode. But there's also Friends, and you should have friended me. So one of the characters is Tartaro, which is my main character. There you go. And I added some auto chat, so there's actually some roleplay going on with my AI character, so have fun with that. And yeah, let's see. Let me briefly take a look at what mission we accepted. It is Automata Survey. Defeat Automata to obtain quest points. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. Long story short, kill stuff. So let's go. Oh right, I didn't finish the daily boost topic. So one of the items that you can get in the game is a consumable item called Tri-Boost, but in the user info menu, you might notice that the daily boost effect, where it says Tri-Boost 40, which is the amount of Tri-Boost that we got at the beginning of the stream, it now says 40. And so that means that we actually get a boost in both Macella earned, Rare Drop earned, and EXP. So that becomes like a way of increasing your EXP pretty rapidly. Anyways, yeah, let's go for it. You can see that Anthony decided to turn into a Rappy. Because you can do that. Rappy is a bird, by the way.
Oh, I see, okay. So that's Anthony.
Yep, that's Anthony's AI.
Right.
And a fun fact, like I said earlier when we were going through it yesterday, all the items are unique to each character, so you can just pick up all of them. It has no negative effect on the other players. Oh, you're hurting there. Let's buff you up.
Thank you.
Yep. Alright, that should increase our attack and defense buffs. Cool. Oh wait, I didn't set up this character properly. Pardon me. I need to change its elementals. Alright, done. I changed its elementals. My character is really bizarre in the sense that it requires a lot of setup. But it's not... Once everything is set up, like, you can just set it once and forget it. And then it becomes like a complete beast. Oh, you're killing them so fast. Nice. Alright. Yeah, even in the dead ends, it's fun to explore all the nook and crannies because, you know, who knows? Maybe there's a rare enemy there, and a rare drop.
Is there like a run button or something?
There is a dodge button. When you tap you're using keypad, if memory serves correct, your keyboard, pardon me. So if you tap WASD twice, that'll let you.
Okay.
That'll let you dodge. Then there's dodge jump, or dodge attack jump, or something to that effect. But that's the best you're gonna do so far. I'm afraid otherwise I don't know of anything else that makes summoners faster. Well, no, there is. If you get the Ilzonde, if you get the Ilzonde spell, that will make you run a lot faster. And that's it. So you have to actually get a spell first. Is there going to be any enemies popping up right here?
Oh,
yep,
okay, hello.
So my job here is to be a vacuum cleaner. You might notice that I'm literally sucking up enemies into a single central point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. There's a very real benefit for doing that, because my attacks has a very short splash damage radius. So, having all the enemies gather up in a central location makes it a lot easier and faster to kill them. But yeah, it's all very just, you know, it's a very silly way of playing this character. But yeah, that's what support class do. Also, let's buff. Cool. Well, summoners on the plus side are really hardy. In the sense that, you know, most of the times monsters doesn't attack your character directly.
I see. Interesting.
Right. So it's a great support class from that perspective. Your attacks are going to almost always be from a distance. What's this event? Okay, bunch of enemies to kill. Cool.
Emergency code attack.
Oh, we've beaten it before. I'm not doing this well. Contorting my fingers to do this fastest way to travel method because I still don't have the Zonde. And I have not customized Sophoe yet. Yeah, this game has some really bizarre magic terms. It's not Thundaga and then Thunderaga or anything like that. It's Ilzonde and then Gizonde, and it doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reasoning behind it. Oh, come on. It sucked in. There we go. Vacuum clean you. Yeah, that's the vacuum cleaning job I can do.
Oh,
Let's see.
my pet is stunned.
Okay, let's heal it. Anti is not working.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I guess it dispelled. I don't know why Anti didn't work. Anti is another spell to take out or take off, you know, status effects, but that's bizarre. Yeah, stunning happens through electric spells.
Oh, hello. Okay, hi. Cool. Well, anyway, yeah. Thank you for healing her.
Yes.
Emergency code attack.
Oh, okay. Suck them all in a central location. Golly. Your pet is really pulling some work there. Yeah, great S performance, that's right. I agree, Tartaro.
That's it?
Yeah. What does this
So
thing do?
2.
Oh, it allows us to get some treasure boxes, yay.
So just into the blue thing now?
Sure. I'm just gathering random stuff.
Oh, you're gathering stuff, okay. Oh, I see there's stuff up here. Oh, there's a bow over here.
Right. Ironically, summoners, almost none of the weapons is equipable. So you can sell that at least. Nice. Now you get your grade, which is hopefully, S.
Yeah. Cool.
Sweet. Grade goes from C to A to S, so yeah, S is obviously the best one. You can disregard the big red symbol in the middle, on the top of middle of the screen. That's not going to be relevant for us. And if you want to sell your items, you can do so at the shopping terminal, which is where I'm standing right now, if you want to. So, really...
I don't actually even have one of those things, so I suppose we're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Alba's are really bad. Okay, well, there we go. I sold my stuff. Oh, these. I could learn these. Mystic Flower. Yeah, let me know when you're ready. And I could potentially start us off to the next set of sub-quests to head out for. If you still wanna, if you wanna go to the shopping plaza for any reason, let me know, and we can head out there. I'll also let you know if I plan on going out to the shopping plaza. But yeah, other than that, most of the things you can do is available here. Like I said, you can do inventory management by selling items in the shop menu. There's a storage menu right here, so on and so forth.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty much just planning on doing whatever you want to do for your stream, and then I don't know. I'll see whatever the heck I want to kind of hang out and do after that.
Cool. Then I'm gonna move directly to defend the Lilipan village subquest.
Okay.
Which I suspect is an not export. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh well. Well, it's a quest. We'll figure it out. What the objective is. Let's go. I guess. What drivers do I have? Sorry, just checking. It's probably a Tribals 50, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Tribals 50. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that means there's enemies on this corner right here. Ouch. Oh yeah, I forgot to buff it. The most important part of my task. I'm supposed to be a support class. Alright, now we're all stronger. Ouch. Here. Eat this. There. I bet you didn't expect my electric frying pan to shoot electricity.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting something like fire.
I have excuse me. Pardon me, I'm gonna cough a little bit. Alright, I unmuted myself. Yeah, where was I going with this? Right. I have a ring that allows me to change the elementals from the last magic spell that I casted. So it just requires me to cast like an electric spell, and then my wand will change to the elemental. Oh, hi!
Why is Morgana here suddenly?
That is my maid character. It's called Auxiliary. Yeah, you can create actually two characters in one account. When one of them will act as a maid of the other. It's really bizarre. Okay, I'm using the term maid, but it's more accurately an an assist AI character. So sorry, I kind of used a very memey term there, but I didn't mean to kind of demean any particular person.
Emergency code.
But yeah, it's basically an AI assist character, and the AI assist character is super duper useful because you can send them on fetch quests for you, independent of your own travels. You're right. So that's the reason why you'll randomly see Morgano. Because I decided to dress my character as Morgano for no reason. Oh, you want to go into a portal? You think like I do. It's just sends you at a random, or no, well, it sends you at a location. Usually closer to the exit. Oh, okay.
I see. I'm just.
Oh, there they are.
100% sure you guys want.
I mean, it's new.
Are you guys in here?
Sweet.
Oh,
you're still. Oh. Oopsies.
Completed.
I'm gonna find you actually.
I'm in a building.
Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, my map does display almost everything, so it makes it easy for me to find where you are. Plus, it would be bad at...
Oh, hello. There's Anthony.
Yeah, I knew you were waiting until your pet regained consciousness, so to speak. Sweet. Sorry, I thought you went through the teleporter, so that's the reason why.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's fine. I found you. It's good. Oh, it's using the dark spell now. That means I probably should switch.
Yeah, no, I was curious. I also didn't want to like derail the quest or anything.
No, it's fine. I mean, we found the exit anyways. Yay! So that should bring us to the third location, which is consistently where... Yeah, it's a single party area. So that's consistently where our objective of the mission should be at, with the sole exception of the last one. So that's not very consistent. Never mind. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this. Oh, okay. There's markers on the upper left-hand corner of my map, mini-map, so that's probably where we want to go.
Emergency! Code!
Quick.
Quick? Okay, yeah. Oh, nice. Found them. Okay, these are weak to light spells. Okay, we might need to split forces, because there's two bases we need to protect. So I'm going to protect this larger building, which is south on the map. And I'll have you defend the north one, if you don't mind.
Wait, what am I defending?
The base.
Oh, this center thing here?
Yeah. The water tower, so to speak.
Okay. So you're on that side, you want me to guard this side?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Can do that.
The bird enemies you're dealing with is a false spawn. So, yeah, false spawns are obviously colored in
hello.
dark and red colors. Yay, we did it. Oh, well, there's 4 seconds left. Alright. Now I can say we did it.
Hello.
We did it.
Completed.
Yeah, I'd say that completes our mission. Oh wait, what? A present? Pardon me. I don't know what you got for your present, but I got a unique weapons badge, which is always the most disappointing thing you can get from that present box. Well. Alright, moving on to, well, let me do some item management first. Yeah, I didn't think we were to do this one. Okay, cool. I'm ready. Let me know when you are.
Oh yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Sweet. Oh, fine. We got a boss.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got a real boss to deal with. Chris, if you can let me know when Anthony is online. Presumably he's going to tell us when he joins our voice channel, but you know, I only have a single screen here, so
I'm right here.
Oh, sweet.
Speak of the devil.
Would you like to join us, Anthony?
Sure.
Sweet. Alright, let me, how do I do this? Return. Friends list. Daltair. We are on block 25 in theory. Because I notice you're on block 9 and I can't invite you to my my friends list right now. It's our party.
Okay, I'm sorting things out.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I can talk about the missions I've unlocked because, like I said, I've been grinding and just trying to get rid of a couple of things. Here it is. Look up in the personal shop. You can do that through the Visiphone. I'm not showing it here because you can use symbol arts to brand your personal shop, and I'm really not interested in showing off symbol arts, which is basically artworks, customized artworks in the game. So I'm going to be skipping that topic. Check out group chat. I did not know this feature exists. Now I do. We did it. View a player look in the lookbook. This is actually something that in part 3 I alluded to when Jamie and I were talking about free-to-play game design. There is a lookbook that you can go through on the menu to show off your fashion design, your character's fashion design. However, given that this is an M-rated game and there are some really scantily clad looks in there, and I thought that was inappropriate for the stream, I just went ahead and just completed that mission. then I think the rest of these are just story titles. For the daily missions, obviously I went through all of these as part of the grinding, so that's the reason why you can see all these done. And then I think it was weekly missions. Yep, we did enhance a weapon, and I have increased a level already, and take orders and even more setup, which I did that. So that would require me to do a little bit of inventory management, but it's not bad. Oh, I can use some fun tickets! Yay, I got some fun! Fun, if you're curious, Tess, can be used to purchase loot boxes. And then through loot boxes, you can get some rare items, most likely, or some fashion items, or furniture, which, as you now know, can be used in personal quarters to live your Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing dreams. Okay, let's see. Can I add you in the party? Nope. Okay. Let's return to the lobby real quick, then. That requires abandoning the quest, but whatever. Sweet.
So are the two of us still in a party then?
Yes.
Okay.
I can tell because your character's name tag is still blue.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you're level
So are we
1.
looking for the same giant bird from before?
Oh, you're taking a fighter? I should join the level 1 club. I wanted to play as a gunner for a while, so I'm going to be switching to that. But this is a really bad choice. Switching to... Oh, gunners. No, I'm skipping that. I'll figure it out. That does mean I'll have to update my weapon choices. Cool. Then... What about my armor? Oh, armor is bad. Cool. That's good to know. Oopsie daisies. I could go through the storage for that. Well, we can go on a quest regardless. Subquest? ARKS quest? Defeat the moving fortress. And then we're staying in the current block. Alright, time to head out. Alright, sweet. We're gonna figure out, I guess, how to be in this level 1 club that, you know, Tess has already beaten us on. So, let's see. There was an armor I swear I still had. Yep, I do. Sweet. Let's equip that sucker. Drink a shifta. And head out.
Are you gonna summon more party members?
No. We only have 4 as max. So by adding Tartaro, that is literally the upper limit.
Okay. Let me know if you want to replace him with someone else. I'm not 100% sure how to unsummon a person, but...
I mean, look at how many levels ups there's already happening right here, see? It's all good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty evil because a gunner requires a lot of setup under skill trees. So I may have to waste a little bit of time with that. But hey, we got some fun going on here, so this is nice. Oh yeah, I will need to update my sub palette, darn it. Well, note to self, I'll do that. Hopefully not too distant future. Maybe off screen.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
I appreciate my character has some roleplay auto chat added.
Completed!
makes the character a little more interesting. Oh, so if it's not obvious, for false spawns, if they have a big red bulging spot, that's the real. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Ouch. Do I get it? Oh, darn, I don't get it yet. Don't worry, with the power of friendship, we'll survive anything. Can I charge that? Oh, I can! Sweet, I can charge that up kick. Nice anti-air. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, you can do it. Sweet. So, there's a silly thing you can do with gunners, which is if you dodge 3 times, they'll do this like Michael Wu slowdown, but like time only stops for you, so it just looks really silly. See that? Ah, it's sweet. Well, it's still an effective dodge, and it gives you a full iframe animation. So, can't complain. Oh no, let's see, does my anti work? Apparently not. Darn. How's everything going for you, Anthony?
Oh, I see, I can just hit that. Okay, that makes sense.
It's fine.
Oh, there's a glowy thing. Did I level up or something? Maybe.
Oh, so sometimes enemies throw like a huge pillar of light. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, defeated enemies can sometimes throw a huge pillar of light. Those are called PSE burst. Or PSE. That is a long topic for another day. But it happens randomly. I know that the best condition to get them to trigger is simply kill a lot of enemies as fast as possible. Do you want to go through this portal?
I don't care, wherever you want to go.
No, we'll go north. This game is very much about going as far north as possible.
です。
Hi, Rice.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
Sweet. Darn, I thought with that kick I can do some like Devil May Cry juggling. Guess not.
PSE first!
Oh, nice. So, PSE Burst, very briefly, basically makes a lot more enemies appear at once. So for a brief couple of minutes, while the timer is going down, you're going to see the enemies' spawn rate increase very, very, very rapidly. One per player. So it becomes like a really great opportunity to level up.
Interesting. One of very few games where essentially ending up in a monster house is like, yes.
Right.
Lots of enemies. Oh, hello. Hello, he's got me in his arms. Oh, the screen is red now. He's probably not good.
Oh, no, it doesn't work. Never mind. Not that high level yet. Or more appropriately, I probably didn't time it properly. Oh wow, that's a really nice egg.
Okay.
Weak point is the blue part. Found it. Sweet. Alright, moving on. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Oopsies. Ah. Is this the exit, please? No, it is not. Darn. Right. So how's the double sabers, Anthony?
It's alright.
It's alright? I'm more of a double daggers person when it comes to fighter. But double saber is really good. It's
Are
a great
daggers faster or something?
A double dagger is an excellent DPS. Excellent DPS weapon. By default, it hits twice on each strike.
See?
Oh, I almost got a juggle there. Okay, I keep canceling. That's the reason why those juggles are not When you're collecting discs, remember to use them, because they'll teach you new skills.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's how you learn skills, through discs, not level ups.
Okay, I will have to see if I have any in my inventory when this is done.
In particular, because you're playing a summoner, most likely your skills are going to be very technique-based. Fire, bullet, hail, mono laughs.
Here we go. Torrential arrows, Zonde and Razonde. Looks like. Is there any downside to like using them up? Can you only use a certain number of them or something?
No. Get the highest level one, eat it, call it done. There's no downside to it. That's a bizarre photon art. I guess I have to play around with these photon arts at some point. Yeah, so you can add them to your weapon palette, which I think is going to be mostly for your pet anyway, so that's probably not a good idea. The second place you can play it in is in your sub palette, and you can do so by going through your menus and looking for it's the second item, or second group from the left, and then sub palette is the last item. And then the sub palettes can be triggered through the numbers in your keyboard.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, thanks, Anthony, for finding the exit. That's really useful. I want my tri-boost back. I'm gonna keep stacking that tri-boost. It's easier to do that. Alright, I guess we're gonna follow Anthony up here. Are you ready for the boss, Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What should we talk about for the boss? I think this boss, I'm trying to remember how this boss works. Almost everything is its weak spot that you can target. However, the boosters on the bottom in particular, you can tell which one they are because when I say boosters, they're actually emitting fire. Those are, I believe, the weakest of weakest spots. However, it does have guns, and if you can use long range, which I do, I can use long range here, so I can do so. Basically, we can use that to destroy the guns, and that would render it unable to attack. Sorry, I needed to trigger the teleporter. But yeah, once everybody agrees to trigger the teleporter, we can start. Alright, I'm targeting the guns in the hope that I can destroy it fast enough. Okay, so that's good. Oh no! Not dealing with that. I'm gonna focus on the guns again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. Well,
is there like a visible health bar, or do you just keep going until he's dead?
Yeah, there's sadly an invisible health bar. Let's get those turret guns out of the way. Good. Alright, it's got its big barrel guns. Okay, I'm dodging that. Oh, thanks, my character, for destroying that with your jet boots. Nice. Well done, everyone. We defeated the boss.
Completed.
Sweet. Oh, nice. You got some sweet boxes. You got some sweets, pardon me, to add to your pet's sweet boxes.
Oh, neat. Okay.
I don't know how that mechanic works, so you're gonna
I
have
still
to.
have to watch.
Yeah.
I still have to watch the video that you sent me.
Oh no, that's a skill tree one. It's a different.
Okay.
It's a different video entirely. I think that's a good one to watch regardless. Lisa, it's a new client order. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do some item management here. I guess Anthony went back to do some item management. I guess I need. Think these. Send the rest of the stuff into storage. This may or may not want. This I should definitely send to storage. These weapons sent to storage. Alright, sweet. Pardon me. Are you... How are you doing, Anthony? Are you ready to get started?
One moment, please.
Absolutely.
So how have you been, Taro?
Pretty good. I got some shopping and exercise done today, so I'm happy to do that.
Nice.
How about you?
I've been pretty good. It's interesting. This morning, there's a mobile online game that actually announced this morning that they're going to be shutting down in a month, and that was kind of sad because I play that pretty intensely. But then I discovered that apparently that game company, I mean literally that game company, the one that made Journey and Flower and whatnot, has a mobile game called Sky that I didn't know existed until now, and so I played it, and it was really, really good. It was nice, so that was pretty neat. And now we're here. This has been fun, kind of getting to know all of this stuff.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of mechanics that you're probably gonna be learning on your own free time. I think, yeah, it's really weird because, like, when you look for all the online metas on PSO2, it's really, really easy to think and convince yourself that this is, like, some of the most complex, hardest games that you're ever going to learn to master. And that was certainly my first impression when I was researching on it. But, you know, I got really excited because I'm that 90s kid that played Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube way too much. So I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. And the good news is, I actually don't think its tutorials are that bad. It definitely covers the most important parts, and the meta is more there for like if you want extra supplementary material to really optimize your build. But you can get away with a poorly optimized build very darn far in this game, so it's not that big of concern as looking up this game will make you think. I think I've already mentioned it to you that skill trees and mags are the two things that are actually really easy to mess up and really expensive to fix. So those are the ones that I would actually look up the meta for, which is where the video that I sent you becomes relevant. But that's it. Like, it's possible to enhance your weapon, for example. And there's a whole meta behind that. It's not complex. It's very easy to, and very cheap for that matter, to reverse and fix. So that is not nearly as bad as a lot of people will make it. Quests, like, so fun fact, you can die if you die on a boss when you go on a quest. What happens is, one of two things will happen. You either choose to use one of your half-scape dolls, which basically revives you and gives you half health. A partner in your party will revive you using Moon Atomizer. Or, if all that fails, you can just return to the gateway ship, then go to the third area of that level, and start the boss over again. And the boss will keep all the damages that you've inflicted on it. So you can just continue this, return back to the gateway ship, slap it silly over and over again until the boss is down. What that will do, the only negative side behind doing that is that the grade that you get and the items that you get as a consequence of that grade gets worse. But like, that's really minor in the grand scheme of things.
I'm ready.
Alright, sweet, let's start this quest. Yeah, I probably should head back to the class counter and start tackling the skill tree. Because, I know there's one skill I want to learn very, very soon. But yeah, other than that, no reason for me to start heading out and optimizing this. Alright, this is the exploration mode, which gives us the option to fish. So hey, let's go fishing right here.
Oh. In the sand?
Yes.
Wait, how do you fit? Oh. What?
At the spot, you tap B.
Tap B, okay.
So see where I'm standing right now? Yeah, you just select that. There's a little white circle that'll appear that tells you highlighted it. And then you tap B to start the fishing. It'll give you a menu on what items you want to use. In this case, because you don't have any items, the top one is going to be the one that you can select. And then it'll give you the instructions to fish. And it's really stupid and silly.
Just stick a fishing rod in the sand, just wedge it in there, and hope that something actually bites. Or hope that it doesn't, because then that means it's been crawling around under your feet this whole time.
It's a little ugly when you think about it. You're right. Oh, that's a good one. Darn it. Oh gosh. So many monsters. Must do something.
There's this almost weird, what's the right word for it? I don't really want to say disconnect but it's like
dissonance.
I was just odd, kind of being like, oh, like let me just take a moment to like fish. Normally, this very peaceful thing. It's like thousands of robots. Just suddenly.
You get experience points for mining and fishing, by the way. So there's an actual benefit behind it. It's really silly.
We got someone on Twitch waving hi.
Hi!
Hello.
Their username is Aelita Schaefer. I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Even taking that into account, I'm not familiar with that user. Thanks for joining us on the stream.
Yes.
As you can see, we're playing PSO. And I have sunk 300 hours into this game, so I'm pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Well, I've sunk about 3.
Okay.
So, you know a lot more than me.
I'm trying to figure out what the best mob weapon is. Okay, technically I believe, yeah, that's a launcher, right? Can I equip that launcher? Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's my best. That's going to be my best mob weapon. Yep. I am a weirdo when it comes to the abandoned mines. I almost always enter the teleporter. I have found that through experience, it almost very consistent, or not very consistently, it very frequently gets you closer to the exit. So, I'm teleporting.
Alright, so Aelita's saying I'm pretty close in my pronunciation. Just call her Aelita. 300 hours and you're level 12 with a emoticon to show her she's raising one eyebrow.
Oh, this is an out character. Oh, trust me, I've already leveled up to 80 on my hunter and 75, or not hunter, fighter, and 75 on hunter and bouncer, because I found those classes to be really fun to play.
He wants to know what ship you're on.
Ship 3. I'm deliberately filtering the party specifically to be within just TBGS members. But if you do want to explore with us, I do have questions about specifically in a party, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to discuss when on our Discord channel, TBGS Discord channel. Sorry, I'm trying to look for Anthony here, and it is really just, it's a little hard to find Anthony and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
However, obviously, since we're going to be sticking at block 25 for now, on ship 3, you can at least have your character show up with us while we're exploring through the abandoned mines exploration. We are going through all sub-quests, then main exploration main quests, in chronological order. So right after this, obviously, we're going to be going to whatever the next sub-quest is going to be. That's in the next area. Oh, hi! Boss! Nice to see you here. Yeah, this game does that.
She says she's on ship 4.
Ah, I see.
Oh.
On the steam ship.
Oh.
And I don't. That's not me trying to denigrate it. If you go on Steam, by default, it'll put you on ship 4.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cause okay, never mind. Just trying to avoid dying. Anyway, yeah, that's the ship that I had originally been put on, probably for the same reason.
I need to put my healing spells since I do have
Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying to put my healing spells together. Okay, here we go.
So what's electrocuting us? Is it the boss?
No, that's a status effect. It's called
okay.
it's called shock. It will dispel. All status effects eventually dispel over time. So you can just wait it out. Oh, whoops, I just swapped my weapon palette for some reason. Okay. Oh, whoops, wrong button. I regret everything.
Completed.
So you might be asking, I think Gunner and Tector, I have a Tector subclass, Gunner and Tector subclass is a bad combination. And you'll be 100% right. But Tector was what I started with originally, and I just wanted to make sure I have healing options. Later on, since summoners are supposed to be support roles, we might be relying on you actually, Tess, for healing. But I assume you don't have Resta spell yet.
No, I'll have to watch the video you sent when I get the chance, and then I'll actually start looking into like building my character. Let's see where to go from there. But yeah, it sounds. I totally, could go to get that. I would totally be down for this, like being a healing focused character and having a lot of pets. It was really the pets that I was mostly interested in, I think. Yeah, definitely having the ability to heal pets would be nice, even just in itself.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, did I cut you off?
No, you're good. I'm just really immersed in playing the game. As you know, that can happen.
Alright. Hello. No, thank you. I'm gonna come over here.
Yeah, definitely
You
a good
just
idea.
had me all in a corner.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's definitely a good idea. So, fun fact: one skill that you can learn from as part of your class perk is if your character incapacitates, and incapacitate is the official term, by the way. You don't die in this game. Your character just faints, just like Pokemon. Anyways. So when your character incapacitates, you can make it so instead your pet incapacitates, and you have to swap to a different pet.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So summoners are notoriously known to be really tanky, because like, despite the fact that enemies could punch a huge number of bullets in you, you can inversely just say, nope, my pet is going to die instead. It's all part of pet's love, right? I have not looked into any of the meta videos of being a gunner, so that is why I'm playing very poorly on stream as it. I main fighter, with Bouncer being my second favorite class to play as. I'm pretty okay as a hunter, but more for the fact that I'm kind of okay playing like, bad. More for the fact that I'm kind of okay with slow moving attacks, and so you end up watching me use a sword a lot.
Aelita says she picked ship 4 since all of her friends were there.
Oh, makes perfect sense. No, that's perfectly valid.
Yeah, it's the only reason why I moved to ship 3 is because that's where all these guys are.
So, some history. You know, obviously this was released on the Microsoft store at the beginning, and at the time there were only 3 servers available. Oh, that was an enemy. Okay, I thought that was like Dalter for some reason. Anthony for some reason firing all those bullets. Is there more on the left? Oh, there is. And it's just a dead end. Good to know. Alright, I guess I'm gonna follow the rest of the party. I'm coming! There was a dead end on the other direction. Okay, I need to get that forward roll ring at some point. I think it just takes a Nefarious Rock and an Emerald. Forest Emerald, which is really cheap and easy to get. Oh, wrong button. I regret everything. Okay, I can dodge. I need to remember that I can dodge cancel every attack. Okay, so this boss, in my opinion, is very hard.
Ooh.
Yes, they move very fast, so we should come up with a strategy. What was I thinking? So to stun the boss, it throws out 2 rings. Destroying both of those rings will stun the boss. So when it starts throwing out those rings, definitely focus on them. Just to let you know, the rings will generate tornadoes. So when you notice that a tornado-like silhouette starts popping up, you know, immediately avoid it for the sake of your pet. But for everybody else, like for me, I'm a gunner, so I can just keep wailing on the rings as necessary. It will stun when the boss stuns. The abdomen is where it will expose its red bulging weak spot, and so you can start wailing there. Other things worth noting: the spears, the end of the spears can be attacked, and it will render them useless if you destroy those. So that's a useful skill to use.
Okay.
But yeah, this boss moves fast, so you're gonna want to move away from it as fast as possible. Unless you're a fighter, in which case you can just wail on its wings. Or spears, preferably the spears. Alright, yeah. Not touching that. Okay, no.
Okay.
Alright, those are the rings. We destroy them as quickly as possible.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no.
We have a lot of revive items, so probably down to both Anthony and I. So I'm not going to be too concerned about, not getting your revives. Oh snap! That has really long iframes. Oh, there it is. That's a stun. That's a stun animation.
Alright.
Okay, no. Okay, cool. Oh, where are your rings? Okay, there we go. Cool.
There you go, over there.
Well done, everyone.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, this boss is a monster.
Completed.
Ugh. I'm glad we defeated it. I'm glad we also had a group huddle session to figure out how to defeat this sucker. Nice job, Anthony. We did it. Bunch of stuff I really don't like. Now, I'll go for it. Remember that you can put stuff in your storage directly.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be
I'm
really...
just.
Huh? Go on.
Yeah, I ran out of space, and so I'm kind of doing that right before all the enemies. And all deposit to storage.
Oh, I can use rifles. Interesting.
Okay. And there's that.
Oh, nice.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, cool. It's a heck power. These stats are terrible. Don't need all this armor. Ouch. Oh, those increase range, so actually. I am gonna head back to the lobby just to let you know.
Okay.
Because I can actually start doing this try enhancing a ring quest that I should have done a whole long while ago, since I've been doing a whole tutorial on enhancing weapons in the first place. Abandoned mine. Throw those there. I'll need those grinders. Alright, yeah, let's see if I can praise these. See if I can get another Erebus. Even though I don't think Erebus is a very good weapon, it at least is... Oh, I did! Oh, sweet. Awesome. That is great, because that will let me... So, I think most people already know this because I explained I've done the stream and already explained the mechanic behind this. But if you grind two weapons of exactly the same unit, then you can increase its maximum enhancement capabilities. Right now it's at 31 for this Erebus that I have equipped, but you can increase that to 35 at its max cap. And so as much as possible, I'm going to want this Erebus weapon updated. So yeah, now it's now the maximum point stat is at 30, which is really useful. Lambda, Hefrit, I don't think I'm going to need that yet. I don't have plans on updating the other, so I might as well throw those into the storage for now. Let's lock this. Character storage. And I did say I wanted that ring, so let's go to the Franco's Cafe and grab the ring that I was talking about. So, one of the rings on the left, oops, I need the right material, which I think I dropped into, let's check to see, I think it's forest or nefarious, let's see, it's nefarious rock, and Forest Emerald, as I believe the materials are. Yes, I did a little bit of homework research on this. If memory serves correct, the forward stylish roll requires... Yeah, okay, that's all it requires. Cool. So then, let's equip that ring. Sweet. And I can throw the ring that I have here into the default storage, actually. Alright, cool. I am now finally done with that shenanigans. Subquest, ARKS quest. And we can finally go to the Seabed. Anthony, how's status on your end?
I'm eating.
You are eating. Okay. Well, what are your thoughts? Are you okay with us continuing for the time being?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll bring AI. We'll bring Rappy. We'll bring Anthony the Rappy to our party here.
I'm probably gonna be done by the time you're ready.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, by the time we start the quest, you mean?
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, alright, I need to actually learn how each of these works. Which ones can be charged? This cannot be charged. Can this be charged? No, this cannot be charged. I mean, that one looks cool though. I wonder if that's Oh, this is a rifle. I don't want a rifle. Let's clear all of these for now. Save my sanity. Chronolapse was the one I had. Aerial File. Infinite Storm. Fire off an unending volley of bullets as you move repeatedly. Pressing the button will increase the number of hits. Oh, interesting. I see. Then Aerial Fire, Heal Stab. Take the foe by surprise with a devastating axe kick. Can be charged to add spray of gunfire as a follow-up. Well, I'll figure this out. Sub-palette does not look great. I need to customize that a little bit. Yeah, so swap this to that. This kill can be used by class, which is fine. That's a try boost. Yeah, these other skills are useful. Okay, cool. All good to know. I'm gonna try my best dealing with this. Alright, sorry for the wait. Let's do it. So here
Somehow
it is.
I had.
Go on.
Somehow I had a furniture item in my inventory called Water Tower,
Yes.
and I had 6 of them.
Yeah.
Is that like
so that can be.
is that like
used
the
in
one we were defending?
Oh,
Is that,
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. I need need to customize that tech at some point.
Completed.
I love the music in this level, it's really good.
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay.
Alright, cool. We have everybody. Everyone's here! Let's smash! Okay, note to self that I need to go to the lobby. Not immediately after this quest, but in the near future, where I think it's appropriate, because I'm noticing I am not doing optimally.
Emergency. Code. Attack.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stray too far away. I need to pay closer attention to my rest of my party members. Ah, so thanks, Anthony, for keeping the water level low. Okay, that's not doing anything. There we go. Can I do the stylish roll? Yes, I can do the stylish forward roll. Ah, that's stupid. Is there anything here, or is it just a dead end? Nope, there's a quest.
Let's see. Okay, I get it now.
Oh yeah, so sometimes when you lock, when you lock onto an enemy, a real weird symbol appears to the right of them. That means a request enemy. They
Hold on, just a sec.
Oh.
Completed.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, someone was just, I think, trying to figure out where I was. I'm back now.
Okay.
There you are. Okay. Thank you for waiting.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice that the map tells you. I don't know what version of the map you have up, but it's nice to see like the map kind of give you. There's a mini map specifically that gives you like the entire area, so it's actually really easy to find.
They'll have to experiment with that as well. Because right now, I think I can see the entire area. At least I see a very large bit of it up there.
Right.
And I can see that you guys are like red and yellow dots on mine. But I don't know, with the map being, I guess, kind of as small right now as it is up there, it's almost a bit hard to tell, like, okay, so I see the green dot, which is me. I see, the red dot, which is Taro. It's almost a bit hard to, like, orient that to the actual world in front of me and be like, okay, now this is where to go from there. Sometimes I think because of how big it is, like, my dot overlaps the other dots. I don't know. I'll experiment with it. I'll figure out how to...
That might be a problem with the screen resolution, because I'm playing it on 1280 by 720. And
yeah, I haven't figured out how to full screen it yet. It comes up windowed for me.
Oh, because, yes. I'm trying to remember, like, where in Steam can you change it to full screen? I think it's one of those right-click menu options, unfortunately. When you go through Steam, that is. I'm trying to find where Anthony went. Uh-oh. We're kind of split into two parts right here.
Oh, yeah. I can see, I think he's up ahead of us.
Yeah.
Alt-Enter could full screen it.
Alt-Enter. Alt.
No, I'm not doing this emergency quest. I mean, Anthony, do you want to do this emergency quest? Because I don't like it.
What do you want to do?
Let's find an exit. Oh wait,
Where
not
is it?
exit. Pardon me. The goal of the mission is to kill all the enemies, so never mind. That does not matter.
Completed. Emergency code collect.
So I take it we're trying to defend this tower thing now, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, that emergency quest is really bizarre.
Sorry, I just got hit with.
Yep, that's why I'm a healer.
Thank you. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying before I started?
No, this emergency quest actually is to whenever this white circle appears, you can rapidly tap the B button to dig.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the quest. It's an emergency quest, which means that you can do it or not do it. There's no negatives in not doing it. But you know, you get some nice items if you do it. But yeah, we're actually done with this quest here, so we can head back and generate a new dungeon if we want to. Yay, we did it. Quick item management here. Sell some stuff. I guess I could do it. Sell all armor. I do not want these right now. Ooh, that's actually really good. Wow, I'm just getting a lot of these level 7 weapons. I can, so long as I drop a lock on that. Right, moving on. So that's Seabed. Oh, this one's fun. I love how the system told me that Tartaro left our party and then it has returned immediately back. So, as you can see, my Dreamcast is very tech heavy because I was thinking I would be a healer. But I guess now it's not going to be very tech heavy, but instead it's going to be very RNG support heavy. So, let's add some range support. Cool. Yeah, you're not that too far away. You might be getting your own mag very soon. I believe mags unlock at level 20. So you get to now manage 2 pets.
Oh, I see. Interesting. At the same time, or just choose one or the other?
Oh, pardon me. I should clarify what the heck mags are versus actual pets because you're a summoner. So summoners, your weapons palette, each slot, which you have 3 right now, can be fitted with one pet. And this game pretty much, because the situation constantly changes, it practically demands you to have multiple weapons equipped at once. So that's the reason why weapon palette, there's so many weapon palettes and so many pets you can equip on yourself. Anyways, Pietro has a tutorial on how to raise a pet, and because you already have a bunch of eggs at this point, so you can use that opportunity to start raising a pet if you want to. So he has a tutorial for doing that, and you can add that in your weapon palette. Then there's Mags. Mags is available for all classes, and is the dream cast that I have that's following me along right now. I think...
Oh.
Yeah. So...
Okay.
You might notice also Anthony's character has a weird thing falling over his shoulder, and then Tartaro has a Puyo following along. But that's all. Those are all Mags.
Okay.
Mags operate by basically any stats that the Mag has becomes added as part of your character stat. So, you can raise the stats on a Mag by feeding it any consumable items, whether it be monomates, weapons, furniture for that matter, and that kind of stuff. Mags, in short, becomes your trash bin, but putting in something actually useful. So, yeah, that's what I mean by...
You'll want to feed it certain things that boosts beneficial stats.
Right, exactly.
For it.
Oh, these are fun. So the bombs quests are... Does anyone know the game Ghost Fingers?
No, actually.
Okay, so, for those following along, see how there's a big glowing circle over there on the top line? I'm following the top circle, and then there's a fork in this road, so I always follow the vertical path on that fork. So starting here, going around here, then down, so that's middle lane, then now it's on the bottom lane, then there's another vertical line, so it's on the middle lane, then on the top lane, which means the button on the top is the one which moves. There you go.
So when you look up the stuff for your class...
Yes. Oh, gee, okay. Hello. Sorry. Sorry, you're saying when you look up the
stuff for your class, you'll want to see how to feed your mag too.
Yeah. Okay. That's
okay. Yeah, that'll be good as well.
I believe for Summoner, Millie is the one power that they recommend raising. Middle lane, bottom lane. Okay, it's bottom lane. Done. This one top to middle to down to middle to top. No, I'm ignoring you.
Look at you. All right.
We did it.
It's a big scorpion dude over here.
Oh, where are you?
Over by the tower that you used to,
Oh dear, you're... Oh, do you use a half-scape doll?
I don't know what happened.
No, excuse me, Anthony. I was asking Anthony, actually.
No.
Oh, okay, it looked like you died, so that was really... Oh gosh. No, Gelf Bull cannot be killed, so avoid it at all cost. That's the red flying thing.
Oh, that red flying thing can't be killed.
Yes.
Okay. Well...
Oh, okay, dodging that.
Just run.
Yeah, just run. Run. Oh gosh, there's so many of them. How are there so many of them? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find you, Anthony, because you're in need of healing.
Thank you.
Can't see Anthony on the map.
状況把握しました。
Oh, there we go. I see. Now I see his
状
yellow
況
dot.
把握しました。
There we go. Alright, well, north as I always say. Oh, wow. The entrance was actually this, or the exit was actually this close. Darn it. I'm gonna wait until Anthony gets up here. This would be a good time to do that. Alright, onwards. This is not a boss. There is a poor fellow that is dying, and you need to rescue him from the monster. And the best way to do so is from a long distance.
Well, it sounds like Wanda will be useful.
Huh? Oh, yes.
Sounds like Wanda will be useful.
Yep, very. Sometimes I don't know what my AI character is doing. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Cool. I found it.
Emergency! Code! Rescue!
So, if you're watching my stream, you're watching it obviously in Japanese language. I don't know what name they've given to the natives of this planet, but the Wopalians is what I'm gonna call them. Speaks an Osaka Ben, or Osaka Ben? No, Okinawa Ben. There we go. Which, of course, is the southern set of islands in Japan. If we were to put an English equivalent to it, the Hawaiian dialect is pretty close. Because in Okinawa, you know, it's all like land and whatever. So they try to, you know,
Oh.
The Wopalians speak in a really weird dialect of sorts, but the reason why they do so is precisely because they're trying to emulate that sort of, I'm assuming sort of like a Pacific Islander or like Hawaiian like accent. Sometimes to emulate that, so I believe, I could be wrong on this, I believe I read on the internet that when they were localizing King of the Hill in English, from English to Japanese, the Japanese people decided to give, you know, the southern drawl accents in the show to the Okinawa dialect to kind of give it that, you know, oh, these people are from a different region and have a different accent to it, sort of localization choices, which is an interesting decision. I'm not sure. I quite agree with that decision per se, but nonetheless, those are ways to kind of demonstrate that every character, there's these different dialects and accents from various different regions that's being demonstrated here. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place when it comes to these streams. There's just so many interesting changes that the localization team made.
Yeah, no, it's neat to hear about that stuff. There were a few that I was hearing. Well, I forget the story, but I know I think with Star Fox Adventures or something, everyone who comes from the dinosaur planet or whatever, or at least most of them, I think it is, have a Jamaican accent basically. I forget exactly what they were saying that ended up being in different languages.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
It's neat. There's something interesting about Japanese, kind of like that. I forget exactly what they said they were using for the two different, versions. The people who are theoretically from Corneria, Star Foxes and, everyone from other places and whatnot.
On a completely random note, so I've already mentioned that the reason why Affin has a Australian accent is because they needed a reason to use the word eyeball. Affin says eyeball a lot to describe you as a character, and eyeball is a really, really close friend, or that's kind of the word that's supposed to mean. So they swapped that to mate. But then it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if he was a normal American person to say mate a lot, so they made him an Australian. So there you go. That's Affin in a nutshell. And you're gonna notice that Pietro speaks a lot of French for seemingly no reason, and terribly at that. That's because in the Japanese version, he uses a gratuitous amount of English, and terribly at that. So they used French as a replacement for the English audience.
Yeah, now that you mention, actually, that's a much better story than the Star Fox Adventures one. In Magia Record, there is a character named Alina Gray, and she's this very crazy artist personality, and one of her character quirks is she just randomly speaks in very broken English. And so when they translated it to English, they changed it so that she's using Italian. But it's funny when you hear, because they didn't actually dub anything in that game. They just sort of translated the subtitles into English. So you can easily hear her being let's party, or whatever she says, even though they changed it to something in Italian. You can be like, oh, no, she said something in English there.
Yeah, whenever he says mon ami in the Japanese version, he's clearly saying my friendo. It's just the most annoying thing ever. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next quest.
Okay. You did say that, I'm fine to keep playing for a while. I think you said you wanted to stream to go on until about
9:30.
This time, right? 9:30, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was not very clear at that time, but 9:30 was what the schedule says.
Okay.
So my bad.
Cool.
Anyways, I'm ready.
Yeah, I am too.
gosh, the range is so short. So, oh, there you are. Any news stories from you, Anthony? I know you like to talk about your roleplay GTA mod.
Did I tell you about Sir Galahad the Pure?
I think you did. You talked about was it Beatrice was trying to convince Sir Galahad was one of the knights of the Round Table? Yes.
Right. She saw in Leonardo is my character.
Right.
And she sees something in him, some magic or something.
Oh.
So there's been a little bit more development in that. He's kind of pursuing, trying to learn about magic from Beatrice now.
Interesting. Just to make sure Tess has context, so there's a mod that there's a mod of Grand Theft Auto 5 that Anthony likes roleplay in, and it's a community-based roleplay thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone is in it on playing a very specific character. So that's the context behind the story.
What is this big thing in the ground that's radiating dark energy?
Oh, that's a switch. Don't get close to it. I have double jump, so I can switch it off. There we go.
So,
yeah.
Recently, Leonardo. By chance, he was taken by somebody to, like, without Leonardo knowing where he was being taken. He was taken to this lake, and within that lake dwells Nimue Dulac, or the Lady of the Lake. She's this, so she's the Lady of the Lake from the Arthurian legends. And, she sensed magic from Leonardo. And, this angered her. It angered her. It's not like magic. It just so happened that Leonardo, which I play, I went somewhere and collected a component for a magical spell, and I had it in my pocket. And this is all improv, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
So that person wouldn't have actually known I had that in my pocket. But they knew that I hung around with Beatrice. So maybe they went with, he thought, oh, I'll sense Beatrice on him and see where he takes it. So I took it as, so she's mad. I say, I'm sorry. I'm new to this magic. And then she demands, what magic have you brought? And I'm like, it's a material component. And it was a flower I picked from a certain spot.
Oh, interesting.
Beatrice. So the thing with Sir Galahad the Pure was that he was shown the Holy... He was out on a quest to look for the Holy Grail. But he didn't, like, find it. He was shown it. Like, it just... Angels appeared and just showed him when he was moping around and looking at his feet or something. From what I read in a poem. And it was a little more poetic than that. But he was basically sulking in a tower and staring at his feet when the angels came and showed him the grail. So the way B applied that to Leonardo was, well, maybe you'll be good at finding things without really looking or knowing what you're looking for exactly. So like he has a motorcycle and we go out riding just like out into the swamps or the forest or something, and then I pick like we went to the swamps and she wanted a feather from, there was these cranes flying around. She wanted a feather, so I looked for a nest, found their nest and picked up the feathers, and now she's got feathers for her spells, her charms.
Oh, nice. Alright, boss time.
We hang out at the cemetery. That's her place of power. And people come to her for charms and enchantments. And the way we met was that I explained it before, but I went to her to get a glamour placed upon my biker jacket to make me as cool as James Dean.
Sorry to cut. Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I cut you off ever so slightly since this we're
yes.
about to hit the... Okay, you mind. Sorry.
I do mind. Go ahead, though.
Oh, okay. Alright, boss time. This boss is really easy. All the red spots are the weak spots. Sometimes when you defeat when you destroy all the weak spots, it'll it'll do this weird sandwich move where it'll expand itself and then starts chasing after you. Just to let you know, run away, because that attack is really devastating if it catches your character. But otherwise, just attack red weak spots and that's it. Alright, I'm done.
So anyway, Leonardo had some doubts about all the magic stuff, but now that the lady, this deity that resides in the lake and it wears like a glowing dress and has this scary voice, he's starting to think that maybe there's definitely something to what B's been saying, and now he's for sure pursuing it.
The lore runs deep.
So this is in a world where there's all like plain old gangsters, cops and robbers, and then there's the lady in the lake and witches, and you know, it's what you make of it.
I kind of wish there was a way for me to see my pet's health bar at the bottom with all of yours.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if there's anything equivalent to that.
No, there sadly isn't. So I'm chasing after Anthony here.
Oh.
よろしい。従前な結末だ。
Yay.
帰還許可が下りた。戻ってこい。
So, I guess the adventures of Leonardo with Beatrice continues. That's some really weird, like, Beatrice being really angry at you for having some.
No, not Beatrice, the Lady of the Lake.
Lady of the Lake, pardon me. Oh, okay, I see. That's what's going. That's how the relationship is going.
Beatrice and Leonardo became fast friends.
Right.
Yeah, I only have one really good roleplay story that comes to mind, but I forget if I've told it here or not. I think I told it at TVPS sometime before. Anyway, did I tell you the story about the fairy that kept winning boss fights through friendship?
I don't remember.
Well, the short version is that.
This, but go on.
Oh, sorry. The short version is that this was a friend's roleplay game that we were kind of testing out for him, and we were going through character creation, and one of the character types you could do was a fairy, and I really like fae stuff and fairy tale kind of aesthetic stuff like that. So it's like, oh cool, I'll be a fairy.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm like super into this King Arthur and Merlin, and
yeah,
that's why I'm so into it. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So yeah, there's this list of places that characters can be from as well, and I haven't heard of any of them before. I don't really know anything about this world that this guy's building. So, but I see one of them is the forest where fairies come from. Basically, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. My character's just a fairy from the fairy forest. Well, both your race and where you're from boost certain certain attributes, which then give you skills that you can use. So there's a forestry attribute that goes into knowing the plants and identifying things around where you are, or sometimes even talking to animals if you have enough skills in that area. So I'm a fairy, so I get boosts in forestry. I'm from the forest, so I get boosts in forestry, and I end up rolling forestry as my highest base stat, which essentially means that I'm a meh character overall. I'm not very strong. I don't have a lot of weapons. I'm extremely small, which means I don't pack very much of a punch, but I have insanely high stats in just anything related to plants and animals. So the dungeon master, if you will, starts the quest, and he's like, we're going to this one random forest. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm ready for this. We go in, and my character's actually being pretty useful, and we get to the first major boss, and it's a giant bee. And I'm like, I can't actually hurt anything. I can't. I'm not a fighter, basically. I can tell you all about that bee, but I can't actually fight him. So I end up just basically saying, hey, I have animal empathy as one of my skills. Can I make the giant bee my friend? And the guy's like, sure. Just roll for it. We'll see what happens. And it's a natural 20 roll. So he's like, fine. The bee is your friend now. And, the boss fight is quote 1 because he never even attacks you in the first place. So it's like, okay, cool. So we get to the next big area. It's this wizard's tower, It's like, oh no, the wizard is, casting all these dark magic spells that's like corrupting the forest and everything. Like, we need to go defeat the wizard. And I'm like, oh, well, he's hurting the forest. Surely the giant bee is very upset about that. Can we go get him and, ask him to help us take out this wizard? And he's like, fine. So we were supposed to go through this thing and like fight all these guys, but we ended up absolutely destroying it because we literally had a party member with boss level stats like on our team, just fighting everything.
Nice.
So whether it was related to that or not, the next one he's like, we're teleporting to the future and it's robots. And I'm like, oh, jeez. Now
Alright, I'm gonna swap to the next quest, which is the Seabed exploration. This is probably gonna be the last quest that we do for the stream. But yeah, no, there was a really funny meme going on. Tess, you've encountered it. There's a lot of bots in this game, trying to make you pay for real world money to get some Meseta in this game. Which, by the way, Sega is working on banning them. But one of the funny memes that came out was one person noticed that they could really screw over one of the scripts on one of the bots by friending them. And at the time, the bot did not know how to deal with the friend notification and requests coming up. So, this bot is just like now not talking anything and doing some really weird, robot-y walking movements. And in doing so, one person commented, Did you just defeat evil with the power of friendship?
That's amazing, actually.
Right. Alright, well, I'm ready. Well, actually, I need to get shift up. Shift to drink. Need to power up. Alright, cool. Now I'm ready. I mean, where am I when it comes to money? I have 3 million Meseta.
Just love it. You're like, oh, let me check my bank account, see how much money I have. Oh, I have 3 million.
$3
cool.
million. So this is just classic exploration. Outside of the fact that at the final area there's a boss, you can fish and mine. Ooh, how much money is that? 73. Okay. There's a lot of enemies where amphitheaters. Or was. as usual north. Ouch. Oh, interesting. Beast quest.
Emergency.
So yeah, when you they call them foul morphers, but they basically spawn foul spawns. If you see a weird purpley red looking orb, Anthony, you know what to do, so don't. Oops.
Whoa. Purple orb?
Yeah. Well, it's more like red orb on my screen.
Red orb. I zoned out.
That's fine. I'm destroying them right now, so we're done with that quest.
Okay.
You can tell because my character says, and that's that.
Yay!
We did it!
Completed.
We defeated it with the power of friendship and a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
Actually, so it's the game's lore is really bizarre. The bullets that you fire, as well as all of your gravity-defying skills, are all possible because of the game's equivalent of mana, or more accurately, the Star Wars Force, photons. And the reason why I use the I say that the Star Wars Force is probably the more accurate equivalent of the two, is because they describe photons as being anywhere and everywhere, and you just kind of like collect it and be able to use it randomly, or be able to use it based off of presumably your amazing psychic skill sets. Anyways, so the bullets I'm firing are not bullets, but photons, according to the lore, which is why it doesn't hit any other character.
Completed.
So, yeah, that's their in-game hand-waving of why bullets doesn't kill you in this game. Or really more accurately, why there's no friendly fire in this game. I don't know, it's just really interesting that the writers bothered to explain that game logic, or, you know, that story logic, when nobody asked for any explanation. Right?
See, here fishing makes a little more sense because there's actual water.
Yes. Yeah, I don't really understand it either, why you can fish in sand.
Sand sharks, isn't it?
I guess. Yay, we found the exit.
Oh.
Is Anthony stuck for some reason? Oh.
There's a lot of enemies here.
Handled. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of where all the where everyone is at, and you know, not accidentally leaving them behind. Cool. This boss I don't think is that particularly hard. Only, you know, attack its tentacles. It'll fall down to its ground, and then when it's down on the ground, start attacking its main body, tail, or claws. Just note that the claws can grab you, and that is a very devastating attack. That's about it. So long as you're constantly moving, the boss will not hit you.
That's good.
Yeah. Any other roleplay stories while we're dealing with this boss, which is going to be the most hardest thing to do because it's hard to talk and try to beat a boss at the same time?
Oh, bees also
Emergency code.
putting a hex on the man who shot Leonardo.
Oh, wow.
And cost him his eye. So Leonardo has an eye patch because he lost an eye.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that last time.
And that happened like back in June. And I've been kind of biding my time and telling that story about how he lost his eye to people all the time. You know, waiting for Leonardo to make a friend that might want to do something about it. And now we're here. Like me, Leonardo is a very patient man.
Yeah.
Completed.
How are we doing on time? Oh, we have 5 minutes. We are not going to be a quest in 5 minutes, so probably not worth continuing the stream from here. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be the last quest after all. Yeah, that's gotta be something, like losing your eye and everything. I at least appreciate that Beatrice is trying to cover your back on that.
Yep. So I chose to lose my eye in this situation because Leonardo was shot because he wouldn't accept a joint from someone, basically. Because, you know, it's super petty. People shoot you for very petty things. And you know, it felt a little bit like out of character to me. It felt a little bit like bullying from this person. So I turned it into something. Because otherwise there's wasn't much I could do to like, there's not a lot I could have done payback wise. Because I'm not like a super criminal that, you know, goes in guns blazing. I'm a guy who's you know, he'll break the law, but it's got to be for a very good reason. Revenge doesn't feel great to me. I don't like to play a mean guy. But there's no law against cursing someone, so I think I like that approach.
Makes sense. Wow. The politics is getting deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna return to the lobby just for the sake of completion of the stream.
Alright. Sounds good.
Sweet. So I'm back here in Kraken's Cafe, and yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit on a table and watch what RNG. Looks like a bento. That looks like a soba actually. Okay, here, a parfait cake. Got it. All right, cool. So we'll end it at that. And
Okay.
I'm going to swap to the title screen. Thanks a lot, Tess, for joining us. That was a lot of fun on my end.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was really neat.
Looking forward to future streams with all of us, all three of us.
Yeah, glad you're playing with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'll try to do that research before next time. I'll watch the skill tree video and invest what I think is good. I will take Pietro's tutorials, whatever they are. And what was the third one? Oh yeah, looking into mags and stuff.
I mean, Max is gonna take a while to unlock. It sounds like you still have 5 more levels to go through. So
yeah, 4.
that
I'm
can,
at 16.
Yeah, you can probably wait on that a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you can probably wait on that a little bit. Pietro's stuff definitely takes a higher priority. But, you know, those are all stuff that, fortunately, is in-game. So, it's not going to be nearly as boring to go through as watching a 6-minute-long skill tree video. Yeah, no, don't mean to push so many information on you at once. But yeah. No,
honestly, I think it's better to learn it from a friend as you're kind of going through it, I think, than just kind of being dropped in like, all right, what do I do? Yeah. So thank you for all of your help and understanding, helping me learn and everything.
There is a bird pet.
Oh.
Yes, there is an actual bird pet. I don't know what the name of that bird pet is, so you may want to look that up.
Nice.
I think there's like 6 different pets, if not a lot more. So you got a lot of choices. I say that because your profile says you like birds. So.
Yes.
In regards to like I don't know what Chris thinks, but I personally enjoy all these roleplay stories, so I definitely love hearing more about them. I know one of our good friends, Brian Shirtleff, often likes to share his roleplay stories as well. So, at the very least, it makes for really interesting content in talking about it, being able to share stories. So, highly approve. Feel free to bring more in.
Sure.
Assuming, of course, it stays within the code of conduct.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I try to keep it that way, yeah.
I'm sorry I had to cut you off at one point. Anthony, I really did not want to since I really liked your stories, but alas, we were at the last room, and I'm like, we should really talk about the boss real quick.
I don't think I had any. I don't think you stopped me from saying I don't know if you interrupted a train of thought or I was done or what. I think I was just joking.
Oh, I see.
When I said I minded.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with this. Thanks. Certainly adds a lot of fun to these streams, and definitely, like, you know, it's better than playing alone.
Yep.
So, yeah. Alright, cool. I have nothing too much to add. We're going to be streaming hopefully next week. I don't think there's going to be any events that prevents us from doing so. Again, from 6:30 to 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time on Fridays. As usual, we're still going to go through the first 3 minutes of story mode. So I know, Tess, I instructed you to come in around 7 o'clock. That was excellent timing, because we were just wrapping up story mode at that point, so it all worked out perfectly. And yeah, same story to Anthony as well. 7 o'clock is pretty much the best time to kind of join the stream, because that allows me to get through the story mode portion that, you know, our community wanted to see. So let's see. We're at we just completed Seabed, right? And we're completing each of these levels one by one. So we'll be getting to some really cool lands. I genuinely like the next level a lot, for a very obvious reason. That when Tess walks in, she'll be like, "Oh well, it's kind of obvious why Taro likes this." So you're gonna find out. That's gonna be fun. The enemies in there are actually rather hard, so I should try leveling up ever so slightly. I should try really learning the meta behind my character, because this is the first time I'm playing Gunner. I'm having fun with it, actually. But anyways, this is the first time I'm playing Gunner, so I need to learn the meta of that Gunner pretty quickly so that I can actually start knocking those rather difficult enemies down. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. My original plan was to go through each of these levels sequentially. So by my estimation, that means we have probably 3 more parts before we deplete all the new levels to go through. I may interject every once in a while in one of those episodes to talk about how to best optimize your EXP output. I just talked about it very briefly for this stream with the dailies, but you can there's a few other methods. The ones that comes to my mind include advanced quests and bonus quests. But I want to leave bonus quests off until we finally get to explore the actual level where that happens. And likewise for advanced quests, there's a specific fan favorite area that people like to do advanced quests in. So I wanna keep that not happening until we finally get to that area. But other than that, I think we're on a really good pace. As mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about capping this series between 12 to 16 episodes. It seems like we're leaning closer towards 13 episodes based off of story mode progression, but that's okay. So, anyways, thanks everyone for joining in. I'm 5 minutes over, so it's probably a good time for us to start logging out. See ya, everyone. See you next week.
Yeah, see ya. Alright, sounds good.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.